It's KandiShow, episode 32. I can usually look at the computer, but I can't today. It's 4:48 p.m. It's September 20th, 2020-21. I'm Vinny Kandis.
I'm Alek Kandis.
Alek had an impactful weekend. We'll get there in a second. But I train jiu-jitsu and I'm deaf in my right ear. You know, it happens every so often.
Really?
But it's always in jiu-jitsu. Not always in jiu-jitsu. When I'm training a lot, it's not as frequently. But sometimes I get hit in the head and it fucking clogs my head. And like I was full mounted on somebody. Like it wasn't like they were doing nothing to me. And they like just a certain jack like cracked my ear. And then I was like trying to get it, but I was like, of course, today I'm about to
You have that earwax problem too.
just like fucking clogged up head.
You're like Shrek.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, I'm so fucking brilliant that I got all this fucking artificial intelligence in my mind that it just clogs.
You don't even have brain
cells.
Clogs
Clogs on my ear and my fucking my nose and my ear. It's
you're
fucking
just filled
ridiculous.
with wax and nasty shit, dude.
So anyway, Alek went to Life is Beautiful this weekend. It's one of the big music festivals, probably like what, top 5, I'd say, top 10 in America.
Maybe.
And I mean, you were there, I wasn't. You tell me where you want to start with it.
I mean, it was cool. It was 3 days. It's actually pretty cheap for a 3-day festival. It's
How much?
It's only $300 for general admission. And typically with VIP, you get more things. Like you get like comfort zones and like you get
did VIP
closer.
or you did it?
No, I didn't.
No.
But like typically with those events, you get like closer to the stage and everything.
Right.
But for this one, it's like further out and like there's not many benefits to it.
The VIP was further out?
Yeah.
Just
so
probably more
definitely
secluded,
get general
but
admission if you're going. It's only $300 and you basically get all the same stuff. But it was a lot of fun. It's a really cool setup. It's on Fremont Street in Las Vegas and they cut off half of it. And,
is it where the lights are on the top, or it's
no,
like a
it's
different
further
section?
down.
Yeah.
It's further down, but it's a really cool setup. They had comedy shows going, a bunch of music. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun.
So what was what was the standout performance that you saw?
The highlights?
No, tell me first that the standout performance. What was your favorite one? You had to pick one artist.
Probably Ludacris.
Ludacris was fun.
Yeah, Ludacris.
Did he bring anyone out?
No, he didn't. No one really brought anyone out that I saw. At least I saw T-Pain got brought out, and I only caught one song, and it was like a random alternative band or something. But
were you able to see JID or no?
Mm-mm.
So you don't know what happened really then.
No, I didn't. But
that would have been probably one people brought out.
You know what? The iHeartRadio whatever concert was going on this weekend, and they had J. Cole and a bunch of people there. So I was expecting some of them to come through, but
in Vegas, iHeartRadio was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they probably would have been.
Because Billie Eilish performed at both. It was cool though. I typically don't like going out because when people are drugs and drinking, there's always drama and stuff. But I had a good solid group. So
what was the worst performance that you had to sit through?
I mean, there's a few.
You got to pick one.
I don't even know their names. Okay. I don't even know their names. I don't really like electronic music, and a lot of
sometimes it's better there if you're doing the right stuff.
No, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I can't listen to it in the car by myself. It's not my type of shebang. But it is cool in person. I'm just not like a headbanger type of guy. You see a lot of characters though at these type of things though, you know, especially like the rave section. Gay guys dressed up like Mary Poppins. It's like, you know.
Was there any standout moment that wasn't music, nothing, just because always a bunch of people, craziness, I don't know, fights, people were really sick?
You know, this time, there wasn't much drama. I mean, there were people just drugged out of their minds and stuff, but there wasn't anything crazy happened. Yeah.
Nice.
I kind of avoided everything. And, you know, typically that happens in the hip-hop section where they have mosh pits and stuff. And the group I was with, they all wanted to see all the EDM and softer stuff. So
nothing, no one dying of dehydration.
No, there's definitely
spitting out their mouth and.
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. Yeah, but I tried to avoid it. But it was a lot of fun. It was cool. It was a good venue. A lot of good music. I did wish it was a little bit more hip hop, R&B heavy. Like my favorite performances were all hip hop artists. But that's my stick, though. You know.
So I think the Day in the Life. I think they do more hip hop.
Day in the Life.
I think that's a
Day in Vegas. I think.
Day in Vegas or Day in Life, something like that. That's more hip hop.
Is it?
Would you go back to Life is Beautiful? You probably would if you had people that wanted to go. Correct?
Yeah, definitely. Especially for $300 for 3 days and all the people.
So what? You would get there about 7 every night, and then
we would go a little bit later. Just so we weren't dying in the heat. It started at like 3:30 every day, and we'd go at like 6 or 7. So yeah, when it cooled down. Luckily, it wasn't too hot.
Day in Vegas.
Day in Vegas. Yeah. I do wish it was a little bit more hip hop heavy. My favorite, I mean, Bia performed. She was really cool. We saw her the first day. Saturday was Ludacris, and then Sunday we saw A$AP Rocky.
Oh, you did see A$AP Rocky?
Yeah. Now, I don't even really like A$AP Rocky, and he was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
Yeah. You know, some of these guys live, they really know how to perform, you know?
Yeah, well,
that's a part
live
of
performances
artistry.
are always best. That's why, the older I got, I more wanted to go to concerts. That's why I made sure I went to J. Electron and went to Lauryn Hill. I wanted to see these people. I knew the instrumentation and the live performance. You feel their energy.
Right.
You know, you can't, I mean,
and the energy, like, is in the crowd. Everyone's happy, you know? It's really funny how the energy changes from day to day. Like, everyone's so excited to be there on Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday everyone's just zombies, dude.
It says 60,000 attendees expected each day. Does that seem about right? 60,
yeah, there's a lot of people. There's a lot.
I'm looking at some pictures of it.
Yeah, it was cool though. You should go. It's not like crazy, and you can like sit out of the crowds and stuff. It's not too much space between stages, so it's not like Coachella. We have to walk half a mile to each stage and stuff, you know.
I definitely have to go to stuff with more hip hop and but
definitely. But it was a lot of fun.
I remember I went Coachella like 3 years in a row or some shit.
Yeah,
I want to get 3 years in a row.
Well, we used to get hooked up with the tickets and everything.
Yeah, the VIP tickets. I used to be up there with Paris Hilton and shit. I was up there.
Yeah,
wilding out, but for another day.
But I think I got my little party action in for
Feel good.
a good
ready Grizzy.
Yeah, for a good year or so.
All right, so that's it. He went to Life is Beautiful. Did I say it was Life is Great?
You said it right.
Life is beautiful.
Yeah.
And that was it for the weekend recap. Only thing I did want a weekend recap.
Oh wait, real quick though. They do have like a little comedy section, which is cool, because it's all like actual buildings from Fremont, you know. Okay. So like there's hotels and shit there, but they're closed down. But they have this one little. It's not like
comedy store.
Kind of. What's the terminology for it? Not a venue, but. I guess you could say
venue.
Yeah, it's like a little indoor comedy venue.
Okay.
And Annie Letterman was performing. Are you familiar with her?
Is it David Letterman's daughter?
No, but she has a podcast with Kalila, Bobby Lee's girlfriend, and another girl. I can't remember her name, but she was really funny.
Oh, so you went and saw her?
Yeah, I kind of forced my group to. None of them thought any of it was funny, but I was dying.
It was funny?
Yeah, she actually called me out too.
Really?
Yeah, so it was
fun. There probably not as many people, obviously, over in the comedy spot?
Yeah, it was probably like 100 people in the room or something. But it was cool. And it was a nice little break, too, because you're outside and you're standing the whole time.
Did they have it going the whole time?
The comedy?
Yeah.
No, it was different time slots.
Was there like a main eventer for that?
It was her.
She was the main eventer.
Well, for the time we went. I didn't know any of the other headliners. There's like TikTok guys and people I didn't really care to see. But
TikTok guys?
I was happy to see Annie Letterman though. She was funny. And everyone before her was pretty good too, so it was fun.
All right, well that's Alek's Life is
beautiful breakdown.
Beautiful breakdown. Mm-hmm. I didn't really talk too much about it. Well, we really he went from 7 to 3 every night. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're here Monday. Mm-hmm. And I didn't talk too much, just here and there. But anyway, I just figured we'd run off that. Only other weekend recap, just 2 things briefly. Mm-hmm. I'll save the sports ones. They're actually both sports, but Hendricks starting basketball is incredible, bro. Yeah. You're going to love it, bro. What makes it so funny... So Hendricks started basketball.
Break down who's Hendricks and stuff, because some people don't know.
Yeah, Hendricks is my 6-year-old son. Yeah. And I did a soccer league for him it ended like a month ago. I don't know. It ended in the last month or two. Mm-hmm. And it was a 6-week soccer. He would practice for 30 minutes and then play a game for 30 minutes. And it was through this company, I9 Sports. So I could have done soccer again. I was like, but let's try basketball if it's available. So I9 Sports had basketball as well. So it started yesterday. And it's similar setup. 30-minute practice, but the game went from it started at 9 game started at 9:30, went to like 10:15. Mm-hmm. But the funny thing about that age is, one, you saw the video of the hoops. Yeah, it's not big at all,
6 feet or something.
Yeah, maybe 7 feet. The balls are small, which is cool because I was having to practice with a 29.5 ball on a 9-foot hoop, so it's really his size. But the funny thing is that age, the kids they're running with the ball and shooting. Like if they run and get a little space, they might dribble like twice, but no one's calling travels. But that being the case, there's no foul calls and no travel calls. So basically they're carrying the ball, but people would come and like crash each other like really hard. Dang. There's a kid on our team whose mom and dad are actually coaching, which is cool. But he would go and just hack people hard anytime they'd go up. But Hendrick's team ended up losing. I tried to keep score. I think it ended up being 34-28. They lost, so 36-30, something like that. It was like a 6-point swing. I was trying to just keep score over and over, but it was funny. But people were yelling, and it's a cool vibe too. Yeah. It's a different. It's a cool vibe though.
Did Hendricks like it though?
He loved it. Yeah. He wants to play again already. He's mad he has to wait all week. So, and that's how it was with soccer
good.
too. He of the 28 points, he scored 8 points. He did well, but he missed a couple layups that he should have made and stuff. Like he was just like running too fast and couldn't get control. But for his first game, he had 8 points, 20. And I noticed that with soccer too. The first game is kind of hesitant, and he gets more comfortable and gets a little bit more physical. He needed to get a little bit more physical. The other team had these two big kids that were like real big and pretty good too. But yeah,
Hendricks is a sweet kid.
Yeah,
so.
but he is a sweet kid. But even with soccer, he built up more tenacity the more comfortable he got. A little
more fight.
Yeah, so just a little bit. I felt he could have grabbed the ball a little bit harder a couple of times because we know him. Like when he's rough and wants to be rough, he's tough. But he's rough
with us, like other kids and stuff. Yeah, he's a little more gentle.
He got more better within soccer though.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just that comfortability and being there before.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him.
Dude, this is amazing. It's way better than soccer.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about it since he was like 2, 3.
It's great, and it's basketball too. It's more like my vibe too. That shit, that shit was great. But I just wanted to talk about that since we were doing.
You said his jumper was looking sweet. You got a compliment too.
I had 2 grown men come up to me and like, bro, his shot's smooth.
Yeah,
he's got a natural.
And he's got swag.
He's like, he's a natural, bro.
Was he leaving the hand hanging?
No, I mean, no. Like it was fast paced. You had to get back on D. There was no time to show about. I bet if he tries, like he would. I had to teach him that when we got home because he's used to stand up by the hoop and just put his hand up and block it. But I had to tell him once they get close, you got to run up to him, put your hand up. So a lot of it he just got to keep doing it. So I mean, literally, he's never played basketball before other than just like playing around. So it was his first game ever.
Yeah,
but it was fun.
And he dropped 8 on him.
What?
And he dropped 8 on him.
He dropped 8, bro. I can't wait for you to see
what a stud. I can't wait.
It's different than the soccer. I don't know why.
I might fight dads and stuff.
No, they're all kids. It's all good. But.
Okay.
All right, that's it. The only other weekend recap, and we'll just go straight into football after this.
Okay.
And I'm sick about it. I had this 4-team parlay for $100, and I didn't even talk to you about it when it ended, but it was Cincinnati Bearcats football on Saturday. They were minus 175, went down 14-0. It looked like my 14 parlay was going to be done right off rip. That would have been terrible. But they went down 14-0, came back, won 38-24. Cool. Minus 175. Anthony Smith ends up being a minus 155, which after you look at the fight was great value because he ended up getting a little war for a second, but then ended up taking Ryan Span's back rear naked choke at him. That was minus 155. That hit. So I was 2 for 2 going into Sunday. First game that I needed, Rams at Colts. Ended up being a close game, but Rams won 27-24. So I'm 3-0 going into Chargers. The bet was $100 to win 533. Cowboys Charger goes. It's 17-17. Cowboys hit a 56-yard field goal to win it. And what's more sickening about it was Chargers had 2 touchdowns called back on penalties. There was 1 punt in the entire game, and it was only 20-17. It was just a bunch of two touchdowns called back. Justin Herbert threw a pick like inside the 7 or something. Oh, it was hard. But I honestly thought I had that, especially when it was close, like 14, 17. I was like, I know Cowboys are gonna blow this. I was like, damn. I was tasting that 533.
Yeah. Alexis was at that game too.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. How much were those tickets? Did you tell you?
No, I didn't ask.
I was just looking at Seahawks.
I just saw it on Snapchat.
I was like, football tickets are high. I'm like, damn. I was looking at Seahawks Cardinals like a random day, November 21st in Seattle. I think I'm going to Seattle that weekend.
What?
Yeah.
Just guys?
Just guys.
Well, before we move on, Charnay wanted me to open this box.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. You start opening it while I get into some NFL stuff. So let's do every week. We're gonna do some NFL Week 2 reactions. I'm trying to say that the problem me and Alek have. We talk a lot outside the podcast, so I want to save some of my most passionate things. I tell him is over the phone. So, but you can't say things multiple times and keep the same passion. So, I tried to save it, but I can't because I feel like I already told him stuff. But anyway. So NFL Week 2. So first off, I want to say the 2-0 teams. Las Vegas Raiders are 2-0. Arizona Cardinals are 2-0. I'm starting with some more of the surprising ones. Las Vegas Raiders.
Cardinals.
Okay, sorry. Because this Packers-Lions game's about to start. Sorry, we start opening the fruit. But DeAndre Swift might not play. I need to check real quick.
So it is fruit.
I just got a text.
You just put. So Charnay, who's Vinny's wife, my sister.
I thought I said fruit on the box.
Let's see.
You were the one who said a fruit box. You said a fruit basket on the way in.
Damn.
Okay, so
she hooked me up with a bunch of
she said that you guys had a conversation one time that you liked exotic fruits.
I do. That's my shit.
And I was like, Alek doesn't know what he's talking about. We should keep it, but what is it in there?
No, I know. What are you talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. You know I love fruit. That's why you call me a fruit cup.
You're a fruit cake. That's what you love dudes.
No, that's not true.
What is in there? Honestly,
we got some.
Is there anything we can
fruit.
try right now?
We got dragon fruit. We have got some lychee, and we have some stuff I don't even know. Star fruit. This must have been expensive.
She said we should try some of it, so let's try something. Get a knife for us, and I'll get some NFL.
Which one do you want to try?
Whatever you think's easiest.
I mean,
or maybe the most outrageous.
Okay. All right, you want to get?
We already do Taki chips. We've already done Taki chips. At least we can do some delicate fruit for my gut. I'm fucking scarred from this house. I got like dark fucking memories of this place from the Taki chip.
All right, you want to do your NFL breakdown? I'll go get a knife. Okay.
So, well then I'm gonna save. I want to talk to you about the 2-0 and 0-2 team. So, first and foremost, I put up the NFL futures today at Red Rock. I'll get back to the 2-0. The 2-0 teams. But right now at Red Rock, the futures, I check every week trying to get value. I want to go over to the M Hotel over here. They always tend to have really good odds. Like when I had the Miami Heat 75-1 just 2 years ago, when they lost to the Lakers in the finals, that when there was the during the pandemic and there's no fans, but I had Heat 75-1. I placed it at the M. So the M sometimes is a little bit better value. The only one I still have is the Seahawks 25-1 bet to win the Super Bowl. So right now, the only thing I did think, Chiefs lost to the Ravens last night in a nice little scrap, 36-35. But it actually, they gave Chiefs, went from plus 400 to plus 500. Yeah, you know Chiefs lost to the Ravens last night. Oh, they did? Ravens came back. Lamar Jackson ended up, he threw 2 picks, threw a pick 6, but Ravens beat him. And Chiefs, and I was just saying this, Chiefs went from 4-1 to 5-1. It's like the value went up a little bit. It's almost like maybe we're going to put like 3 on the Chiefs and 5-1, just as like a safety blanket. Yeah. I'm almost considering it, but so Rams moved up to 6-1. Rams were at 7-1 last week. Bills, remember, were at 12-1. Yeah. They 35-0 Dolphins went back to 8-1. Niners are at 8-1. Those Niners look really solid right now, but those 3 are those 5, and then Browns 12-1, Ravens 14-1, Packers 15-1, Cowboys 18-1, Cardinals all the way up to 18-1, Raiders all the way up to 20-1. Raiders are ahead of the Seahawks. That's sad because Seahawks blew the game last night against the Titans. Titans won that game in overtime, 33-30. But Seahawks 22-1, Titans 22-1, Patriots and Broncos both 25-1. And then nothing I like. Chargers was the one I was looking at. I'm happy I didn't place that money on them before that game. I still feel good about them. Like I said, that game could have went either way, Chargers and Cowboys. But Chargers went from 20-1 back to 30-1. So I'm happy I didn't place that yet. I might still place something on them.
All right, should we try this little fruit thing?
Yeah, try the fruit thing real quick.
I don't know what this is, but it looks like almost like a kiwi inside, and it's a yellow skin on the outside. Is this the star fruit or something?
Star fruit?
Yeah, something like that. It looks like a kiwi inside. I've never tried this.
Looks good.
Looks good, right? This little spoon action.
Oh, that's just flame.
Oh, damn.
That's just flame, bro.
Oh, my God.
That's just flame.
We should start eating good shit on here instead of fucking killing our mouths.
Oh, really good.
Oh, wow. All right, maybe we save the rest for later so we're not chowing in the
mic. My bad. We're eating this. We should know what this fruit is called.
Yeah.
There isn't like a rule book in there?
I didn't really look like that, but thank you to Mama Charnay.
All right, so let me tell you.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna tell you the 2-0 teams right now. So yeah, Raiders are 2-0. Let me just pull it up so I don't just butcher it off the top of my head. Okay.
Oh wow, that's good.
That was really good. So the undefeated teams: Raiders are 2-0. Broncos are 2-0.
Shout out to Denver.
Tampa Bay's 2-0. Carolina's 2-0. And then 3 of the NFC West. San Fran's 2-0, Rams are 2-0, Cardinals are 2-0. And then the shithole teams. Atlanta's 0-2, Minnesota's 0-2, Giants are 0-2, Indy's 0-2, Jacksonville's 0-2, Jets are 0-2. They're all trash, and then a bunch of 1-1 teams.
So Andy Dalton got hurt, right?
He got hurt, but I think he's okay now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He tightened his butt up, and he's back out there. I mean, they act like he went from a torn ACL to now questionable for week 3. A bunch of babies out there. Yeah. Carson Wentz sprained both his ankles. You got to be a real type of dummy to sprain both your ankles. Both? Yeah. He sprained both of his ankles. Carson Wentz has turned into like I don't know what happened.
He's just been hit so many times. He's never had a good offensive line.
Colts QB Wentz has sprains to both of his ankles. You got to be a certain type of dummy.
Damn.
Oh, Bucks have reached out to Richard Sherman. That'd be funny if they added him, by the way. But
that seems like something they would do.
Yeah. Is that right? Mm-hmm. So, anyway, I don't got much NFL. I want to see this week. This week, Buccaneers and Rams play. I want to see. Buccaneers look incredible. They also played two of the top 6 worst defenses in the league. Falcons and Cowboys are atrocious defensively. But
any new takes? Any team that looks more interesting to you since the season has started, or any downgrades?
I mean, I'm happy I waited 2 weeks. So just like Eagles looked good last week, and then Niners. The only thing that's standing out is. Again, I mean, it's similar to the NFC West thing that we said. Those 3 teams are good. And that's why I want to go to the M. I want to see what the odds are on the Niners and the Rams. Because those 2 teams just see. I mean, again, Niners were just in the Super Bowl 2 years ago for a reason. And last year they said a bunch of injuries. It was a weird year because of the pandemic. Yeah. But they look like they have that same thing they had 2 years ago. And they went into Detroit 1. They went into Philly 1. First 2 games, haven't even played a home game. And they look real complete. Cowboys are showing me some fight. What I'm saying? They could have easily won that Buccaneers game. They hit that field goal at the end. Brady just drove down the field and scored. But we could see the Cowboys easily could be 2-0 with a win over the Buccaneers and the Chargers. So Cowboys are still kind of interesting to me. Raiders, I've seen this before with Derek Carr. They were 2-0 last year, and they ended up being 6-3 last year and then fall apart. So Derek Carr always does this. I just don't trust him. But we'll see. I mean, that being the case on the flip side, the Raiders beat the Ravens and the Steelers. Those are good wins.
2 solid teams.
Yeah.
Shout Murray, out to the city.
Yeah, and Kyler Murray's showing out, but I know Kyler Murray shows out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think. I mean, honestly, and again, it's like the Broncos are kind of interesting. They're 2-0. Bridgewater's balling, but they also played the New York Giants and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, so it's like I almost need another week. There's not a team. I mean, again, Panthers 2-0. I mean, that was something that was interesting. Saints looked like all out worldly 38-3, and then lose to the Panthers 26-7.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What is that?
What happened?
So Packers must have really been flat. That's what I really think. Yeah. I think Packers came out super flat. That's what Devontae Adams was saying in an interview too.
What did he say?
He was like, it was weird because we were all in Jacksonville 1. We weren't even at a home team. We started a little flat and just kind of never got the energy going. And by the next thing we're down 21-3. Mm-hmm. He said, but this week the energy was out. He said there was just more intensity this week. So we're going to see tonight. They're about to play. I'm about to put it on ESPN Plus in a second.
Cool.
But all right, that's all my NFL week two reactions. We'll see. I'm waiting to play some more futures. We'll see how it pans out. I was saying that before you went, I want to see what they have at the M too. Yeah. Only for because if Niners or Rams are at 6-1, Niners at 8-1. I wonder if you can get a little bit better value on one of those. Mm-hmm. So that's really all I'm looking at right now, just a little bit better value. And then even the Chiefs dropping back, that's not that's doable. The thing with the Chiefs is their defense is just horrible. They can't stop anybody. But I still feel confident that Chiefs' offense is just so powerful. So we'll see how it all pans out, and let's see how the Packers look tonight. Hopefully, Packers bounce back and. Maybe they show us some
compete a little bit.
Show us some show us some fight. Last week was just a week 1 flatness. Mm-hmm. So all right,
cool.
Okay, but actually before we even leave football, bro, I really want to talk about this. Drew Brees signed a deal with NBC. He's one of the hosts. He sits at a table now.
Oh really? No, I didn't.
Bro, he is. Is it
bad?
Between see, this is what I wish you saw this, but so Drew Brees signed a deal with NBC, right? He's doing an NBC desk job. And now he has some commercials, and then the Mannings, which I told you last week, they have this little ESPN show, and I watched it for a couple minutes because I think I watched it here when we were recording, and it just seems so stupid. But the podcast I listened to in respect, they did say it came out a little flat, but by the fourth quarter they all really enjoyed it, but.
So what, do they commentate while the games are going on? Is that the thing?
Kind of. They're sitting in a room like this, and there's a TV. But what I saw, Manny had a headset on. He was up on the board. It just seemed real corny to me.
I got to watch that. Yeah, I love the Manning so much.
It's going to happen again tonight. But Drew Brees is so cringy, and he's going to get better. He'll definitely get better, but he's just so cringy to me.
Why?
It just, to be at that position, you get, comfortable with that, he was playing football forever. He's not used to being on TV like dressing up, and you just build up these certain mannerisms, and his are just horrible, bro.
Yeah.
But I even saw last night he did get a little better, even in 1 week, so he'll get better. But I really wanted to talk shit about Drew Brees being cringy. It was really bad.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Drew Brees. And the Mannings.
Have you seen this Inspiration 4 stuff?
The what?
SpaceX Inspiration 4.
What is it?
So
SpaceX?
Yeah. Well, SpaceX is where they train for, train to go to space. And there's a documentary on Netflix right now. It's called. Let me pull it up real quick. Just so
Isn't SpaceX Elon Musk?
So SpaceX is someplace in Hawthorne, California. And it's this whole documentary shows these guys Inspiration 4. Let me pull up the title of this documentary. It's an incredible documentary. And they just
that's Elon Musk's company.
SpaceX, yeah.
SpaceX, yeah.
It's a whole fucking just facility where they train to go to space.
Well, I mean, and they have rockets. They make rockets.
That's what I'm saying. They're training. That's what this Inspiration 4 was. They sent four humans. I mean, 4 people that weren't astronauts. So it's this one really rich guy, and then 3 just random. Like one was a cancer survivor. One was something.
Oh, I saw a little something.
3 randoms. Yeah, it's really good. And they did it's called a countdown, inspirational mission to space. So I watched all 4 episodes, and they're doing the last episode is September 30th, when it will show them taking off and then coming back, because they actually took off on the 15th, and then they were going to be in orbit for 3 days and then came back. So they should have already landed. I should pull up to make sure it all inspiration.
When do you think it's going to be like a commercial thing to travel into space?
That's the fun. One night we were watching that shit was hilarious, bro. Me and Shani were dying.
What do you mean?
I was like, y'all got to send me when you got some commercial airlines.
Yeah.
If Delta's sending us, maybe I'll consider it.
Right.
That shit was funny. But what's funny about it, so Elon Musk is SpaceX, right?
Yeah.
But then the Amazon guy, he has his own little thing where he's shooting up rockets.
Jeff Bezos.
The Virgin American guys.
Virgin Galactic.
Yeah, they all have their own thing. It was hilarious. It's like all these dudes are just shooting rockets up in space, like seeing who can get to space first. That shit was hilarious.
They're competing. Right?
We were dying. But Inspiration mission returns safely from orbit. Crew returns to Earth. Okay, yeah. Inspiration 4 crew returns to Earth after a historic flight. This was 1 day ago. Yeah, so they made it back. But the whole thing they're building up, like, oh, people are still scared to go to space, blah, blah, blah. But that shit was good, bro. You should watch
What is it on?
It's on Netflix.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out.
It was really good.
Shout out to Elon Musk making moves.
Oh, Jared Isaacman, the billionaire who chartered the flight in part to raise $200 million for the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. He was the one guy. He's like this super rich dude, and he was kind of like the leader. He was like the smartest dude because the 3 other people were just dopey dopes. But yeah.
I mean, he's a billionaire. So.
Yeah. Super savage too, but a billionaire who always wanted to go to space, and he told them when they were gonna send people up, he wanted to be on it. So that's
awesome.
Yeah, but anyway, I just want to bring it up. I watched all 4 episodes. That shit was legit.
I don't think I'd even want to.
No, I'm cool.
I'm good. I get claustrophobic too, and good. You know what I mean.
I'm cool. Yeah.
Even in planes, I'm like, I'm comfortable, but it's still a little iffy. Like I can't do much.
It'd have to be like 30 years from now when they got like real flights.
Yeah.
I need first class, some real shit. I'm cool, bro.
First class to the moon.
It ain't that serious to go up there.
Yeah. I like. Once they have Disneyland on the moon, then I'll go.
Yeah, I liked watching it. That's what I'm saying. It's still kind of interesting, but
yeah,
I'm cool on going personally.
Yeah, I'm alright. I like Earth.
But yeah, you should watch it. It's a good little 4-part. And then the last one comes out September 30th, basically 10 days from now. And I'm excited to see that one because that one actually it basically ended the week of them about to take off. So the last one, obviously they had to wait. But that's what I liked about it too, because the documentary was so up to date. It was like the last episode was like September 12th, them training or some shit. So it was really good. I like how they did that, like real up to date. Yeah. Not like some shit that was recorded.
Real current.
Real current, yeah. So anyway, shout out to SpaceX. Yeah, they called it Inspiration 4. That's what it was called. Countdown to SpaceX. All right, that's all I got for that.
Cool.
We're gonna at some point talk about. Do you want to do UFC 266 stuff right now? I can't see best fight odds, but let's do some UFC 266 bets for this week.
Okay, cool.
We saved that for this week.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
I can't pull up best fight odds on here. We still have some technical difficulties, so give me a second here.
I have it up.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it on Red Rock now.
Do you want me to just go down the list, or?
Yeah, I mean, we did a whole breakdown. Check that video out, UFC 266. But when we did it. Shit, it was almost 6 weeks ago now, and now the fight's coming around. So a lot of the odds were now. I think we only had like 3 of the odds. It might have been like Shevchenko, Ortega, Volkanovski, and I think like Diaz Lawler was there. But now the other ones, like the standouts, Curtis Blades versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik. I mean, he's like minus 300. Andrade versus Cavillo, minus 300 plus 220. Marlon Moraes versus Merab Davashvili. Davashvili is minus 270. Marlon Moraes is plus 205. I mean, what's standing out to you? Oh, wait, let me continue real quick, actually. Because, like, even that guy, Chris Dawkins, who you loved on that one fight night versus Shamil Abdurrahimov. Yeah. That fight's happening. Remember, got moved back. That's that one, Dawkins. And then even this Dan Hooker, bro, versus Nasrat Haqparast. That's an incredible fight. And the odds are saying it. Hooker minus 140, bro. Haqparast plus 110. That's a close fight. Haqparast at one point, he was supposed to be like, he was training with Faraz Zahabi at TriStar. And they were saying, I think he's like.
Roxanne's on that card, too.
Yeah. But Haqparast, like some kind of Middle Eastern dude. They were saying he was like kind of like the Middle Eastern GSP, but then he ended up getting beat by somebody. But I mean, look at his odds compared to Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker's a savage, so that's a close fight.
Yeah, it's a close fight.
And yeah, then Roxanne Modaffari's on it. Okay, so anything standing out?
Honestly, on this card, I don't really love any bet. I'm probably still gonna go with the same thing that I went with, and Curtis Blades. It's not the greatest odds, but I'm seeing minus 310 at William Hill.
Yeah, minus 300 at Red Rock.
Yeah, so Curtis Blades minus 310. I'm gonna do 2-teamer, and Alexander Volkanovski at minus 165.
That's disgusting.
2-teamer.
Yikes.
What do you got?
I'm placing a bet. I'm just trying to see. I'm curious if I throw Dan Hooker in there or not. That's the one thing I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to, just for the sake of shits and giggles.
I mean, none of these look like a lock to me.
No, that's why these are the times worth trying like a little 3-teamer.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Dan Hooker, minus 140. I'm going to go Nick Diaz, minus 105. And I'm going to go Brian Ortega, plus 145. I'm going to do a 3-team parlay on that. That's cool. For sure. Hooker, Nick Diaz, Brian Ortega. I'll probably jump a little hundo or something on that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they're all really close tonight. I mean, there is some, like, Divashvili could be almost a lock for Marlon Moraes because he's one of those dudes who will just keep taking you down. But
I'm excited for UFC 267. I think there's a lot of good bets on that card. But
we'll have that next week. Yeah, 267 we'll do next. And also... there's a fight night 10-2, but that's not yet. So no, we'll do 267 next week, and then after that we'll have the fight night for 10-2.
Have you been paying attention to Nick Diaz? Has he been punching
I just watched
out?
the countdown today.
And what did you think?
It was cool.
How do you feel about Nick's energy?
His energy's good. He looks clear-headed and stuff. You know.
Does he look a little older, a little slower, or?
No, I didn't see him fight. That's all, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen really action.
Do they show any bag work?
Because a lot of the first like 10 minutes is their recap in the first Robbie Lawler fight.
Yeah.
And then it shows Nick Diaz doing like jiu-jitsu with the gi on, like teaching some class and so we'll see.
Okay.
So I mean Lawler's 39, Diaz is 38. We're gonna see. I just think
Nick also hasn't fought in 4 years.
He hasn't fought in a long time either.
Yeah.
But. I mean, I like the odds are pretty close, though. For that being the case, I would have thought Lawler might be like minus 170, Nick Diaz plus 140. So obviously the odds makers have seen something that I also haven't looked for videos, but that's kind of promising.
Yeah, it's just hard to determine. I mean, there's a lot of variables. You know? We haven't seen how he's looked in a long time. So.
Yeah, it's not great to go with your heart, but this is one I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of hard bets on here. That's why it's it's an awkward card.
I feel better about Ortega than Nick Diaz. To be completely honest, yeah. I watched that countdown. I watched it first embedded. Ortega's out in the park, fucking out in some high school, doing like jumping over hurdles and throwing the thing back and forth. He's over doing shit.
After hitting the nightclub with Dwayne Rock Johnson, or
probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but balance is
That's
key.
a good sign.
Balance is key. It's just to keep the head right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel good about Ortega. Volkanovski just looks short and looks like he's ready to take a punch. So. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
I don't know about that.
But all right, so yeah, I'm going Brian Ortega, Nick Diaz, Dan Hooker, 3-team parlay.
I'm going Volkanovski at -165 and Curtis Blades at -310.
Boom.
Cool.
All right, I got a couple music things, not much. And we talked about this recently too, but I mean, I don't know what to say about the Nicki Minaj thing, the anti-vax comments.
Let's get into that.
The only thing I thought was hilarious though was that she said that someone took the COVID vaccine and he got swollen balls because of the vaccine.
And his wife left him cancer. Well, no, I guess it was like her brother's friend or something. And supposedly he got the vaccine and he became infertile. And his fiance canceled their marriage because of it. So Nicki was like, make sure you do your research and ask questions. What's funny is they banned her Twitter.
Did they?
Yeah, they banned her Twitter. They're trying to silence her, and it's interesting.
Right
it's cool that Nicki Minaj is one that stands up. You know? So I respect to Nicki Minaj and all her fan base. You know, it is interesting though. You know, they don't ban the Taliban's Twitters, but they ban Nicki Minaj's for asking questions.
Right.
You know?
So I guess let's start with the Met Gala. If you want to go to the Met Gala, you had to be vaccinated. So she said she wasn't getting vaccinated for the Met Gala. Mm-hmm. And it's funny how they make these titles. Nicki Minaj, anti-vaccine-ish Twitter meltdown. They call it a meltdown. Why's it got to be a meltdown?
Yeah, because they're trying to,
If you go against it, then it's a meltdown?
Yeah. They're all on the same team. All those outlets are on the same team,
Anti-vax protesters rally outside CDC in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, with Nicki Minaj flags and stuff.
Yeah. The one thing I did see that the guy, when she said he was swollen balls, because he was in some other country, but then, the prime minister came out and tried to, some prime minister health people.
Yeah. The White House wants to have a meeting with Nicki Minaj and stuff. It's like, damn, dude. She also put on Instagram, her family has to hide out when you speak up,
Yeah. Okay, it was in this where I was starting to look. The health minister of Trinidad and Tobago. That's the country. Trinidad and Tobago. Mm-hmm. Refute Nicki Minaj's false claims. COVID shot caused swollen testicles.
I mean, what do you mean false claims?
Yeah. How do you know?
How do you know?
Yeah.
Shut and that's why even if the vaccine is fine for you and everything, the manipulation in the media makes people more skeptical, Yeah. And putting out these false numbers and things,
It just seems a little ridiculous.
Yeah, DeSantis calls it out in Florida. He's like, yeah, I mean, I think the vaccine's fine. But the way that the media is portraying everything, and it's making people even more skeptical and more conspiracy theory active than they would be before. Just the way they're trying to push fear on everybody,
Yeah, people definitely scared.
I can way to get people to get the vaccine.
I can tell people when I'm talking to them on the phone. So that people are getting scared again.
I think it depends on what circle.
Yeah,
that's
true.
I was just at a festival. No one was wearing a mask. I might have seen 5 people with masks on.
Yeah, that's true.
You did have to take a COVID test or be vaccinated.
Yeah, and all these the people I'm talking to are just people who watch the news. That's what I tell them too. It's with my eyes, I don't see much.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But shout out to Nicki Minaj for speaking out.
Yeah, that was the main point of bringing it up. Shout out to Nicki Minaj for just standing her, what she believes is
standing her ground.
Standing her ground, exactly.
I wonder if her fans are too, because I wonder if her fans are more left lenient, and then if Nicki's coming out and saying stuff like this, I wonder how they feel about it. I wish I looked into the Twitterverse a little bit more and see what people are saying. But shout out to Nicki Minaj. She has more balls than fucking 98% of the dudes in hip hop. Right. You can even tell in her music. I'd rather listen to Nicki Minaj than any of the guys that you guys probably like.
Right.
She has a lot more grit in there.
Sorry.
Yeah, don't.
Sorry, guys. I was pulling up the football game.
We're recording a podcast, bro. What are you doing, dude?
Lions went down the score and scored already, 7-0.
All right, bro. We have 20 minutes. Why would you do that?
I just want to pull it up in the background. But
it's not
all
very
right.
professional of you.
So, hold on a second. Closed caption off.
Dog, what are you doing right now?
Oh, my bad.
You can't wait 20 minutes?
I just got to see. We're good.
What do you mean? You can check the stat sheet later.
Hold on. All right.
I guess that's it with the Nicki Minaj.
That's all I got.
You're turning on football on
the side.
Was
all Nicki Minaj, yeah. I just had to see.
Bro.
This is a big game, so.
Oh, jeez.
We need Rodgers to step it up her. They're already down 7-0, which is hilarious, but.
Damn.
All right, anyway. So that's it. That's all I have with the Nicki Minaj stuff.
Is that Aaron Rodgers needs to step up his game? That's what you got?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Damn.
Is he an anti-vaxxer?
Huh?
It was a good transition. There's your boy Aaron Jones. 8-yard run.
Nice.
All right, stop talking to me about this, bro.
You put it on while we're recording a pod. What the fuck is wrong with you?
What's up? All right. Only other things I wrote down was, I told you about this on the phone, but Charlamagne has this new Comedy Central deal, and you think he's getting like 300,000. I think he's probably getting like $5 million.
300,000? What?
No,
that's like $1 million.
$1 million. Okay. He thinks he's getting $1 million. I think about $5 million.
Yeah, I don't think for pilots they pay out that much. I think they have to get the numbers back first, and
I wish we could pull this up on here, but
then they can change the
search
contract.
how many episodes? I feel like you get paid like per episode.
Yeah.
Alek is fucking. I mean, he just needs to get his life together. But
I do.
I used to be able to pull up stuff on here, and now I can't. So now I got to pull it up. Okay, here we go. Buying back Confederate merchandise from white people? The hell?
What are you doing?
I read Charlamagne's last tweet. Said buying back Confederate merchandise from white people. So this is what? This is why. This is, hold on. You can probably pull it up faster. Just I want to see how many episodes is this new Comedy Central show. What is the show called? See the Gods new. Do you have your computer up or no?
I can't switch it right now.
Okay.
No. The God's Honest Truth,
That's what it is. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
The God's Honest Truth.
The God's Honest Truth with Leonard Charlamagne McLevy. Oh, that's his real name.
That's his name, bro.
I didn't know that.
Is there any details? Can you get contract details or no?
No, I don't think so.
Or like how many episodes it's gonna be?
Well, hopefully the show succeeds and he does get paid out. But I think moving towards like network television and stuff when you come from the internet space is just such a.
That's why I'm saying it's just a check.
Yeah, no, it's definitely just a check, but it's just dumb. It's a dumb move to me.
Yeah, it's just a check move.
Yeah.
And you might reach a couple houses that you wouldn't have, but people.
I don't think so.
People who still don't turn TVs on and shit.
Like who's turning on TVs and watching Comedy Central now?
Bro, there's still a bunch of weirdos out there not doing nothing.
It's not a big number though.
Yeah. Again, that's back to my point. That's why I know it's just a check. Like he knows that too. Like there's nothing on Comedy Central or BT to do these days.
Yeah, I don't know. I think some people get confused and they think real fame comes from television and movies still.
Yeah.
You know, just because that's how it used to be.
Or radio play.
Yeah. But that's 20 years ago now.
DJ Academics had that first podcast with Whack 100 and Tekashi 6ix9ine, but they did that one just kind of rushed. His deal started in September, and his first one just dropped today.
Oh, really?
I wanted you to see the layout.
You know how much he got paid?
Well, he has the Joe Rogan deal where the pod you click on, you can watch the video. That's a real Spotify deal. Yeah, when you can do the video. I don't know other ones that have that. Again, I haven't looked at some of the other big ones, but that was the second one I've seen is just Joe Rogan. But it started today. The audio was muffled though.
It was?
I'm like, yeah, for the first one to be out. He has two guys in there. I haven't even got to the part where the other two guys talk. He's just like giving an intro on like how it came about and whatnot. But
speaking of DJ Academics, I've been going down the YouTube conspiracy rabbit hole recently.
Right.
And just watching all like the satanic imagery and music and media and stuff, and it's been freaking me out again.
Yeah.
I'm to the point where I'm only listening to Jay Electronica and Brother Ali for the rest of my life. So it always freaks me out. I hate when I watch that stuff, but I can't just watch one video. I'll just keep clicking on them, you know? Like Vlad TV, these guys talking about it. I watched the Orlando Brown one again when he's talking about it.
Well, I sang that new one too, the gang members worshiping the devil. Remember the gang members?
Yeah, no, I mean that kind of sent me down the rabbit hole. Yeah, and I just keep looking it up on YouTube at night. Like, fuck, why do I do this to myself?
Yeah, why do you do that?
I don't know.
What are you looking for?
Huh?
What are you searching for?
No, it's just been popping up on my YouTube since I've been watching it. I'm like, damn, I have to click.
Let's see what else is talking about.
Yeah, and it's all the same shit, but
who else is selling their soul?
Yeah. Or who's talking about it, who's calling it out, you know. I just wish, like, bigger guys said something. It's always, like, rappers who didn't make it, which, I mean, maybe that is the case because they didn't sell their souls or something. But just someone with, like, a more established name to come out and say something.
Say something like what?
Just, like, call out the shit that these, like, random guys say, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be sick if, like, Big Sean came out and said something or.
He's hella signed.
Yeah. I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know
like a guy higher up would come out and say some shit, but it's still interesting. It gets my brain going. I say my prayers before I sleep after watching that.
Oh, last little pockets they got for the DJ Academics, bro. Joe Budden and them have got their swag back.
Yeah, I've been watching it recently.
It's good.
It sounds good. Speaking of audio issues, they have a little buzz in the back of their thing, and it's been irritating the fuck out of me.
On YouTube? You're watching the video?
Yeah, it was on YouTube actually.
Really? I don't hear nothing.
Maybe they clean it.
I'm on SoundCloud.
Maybe they clean the audio up for the actual audio section, but maybe for the video they don't do the same cleaning.
I mean, I know on YouTube they got to cut the music parts off in the beginning because they can't play music.
Oh, it was bugging me. Every time they speak, you can hear just the little buzz thing, and it was just irritating me.
That's weird.
I've been watching it a lot more frequently recently.
It's got a lot better.
Good. Yeah.
And I haven't seen a Roy and Maul one in a while. But I was hoping Joe's would get to this point where they would just find chemistry and again, they're all friends. It's about just finding chemistry on live on the pod. Yeah. But I definitely feel like they've gotten back
and just getting comfortable. They're new to podding too.
Yeah. The one thing, and I don't know a lot about this, but it's breaking like today. Pull it up on your phone real quick while I'm bringing it up. Karen Civil.
I saw that.
You saw that? Yeah, Karen Silva. But the funny thing is that it made me think with Joe Budden. That's Joe Budden's main podcast.
Are you talking with Joyner Lucas? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, Joyner Lucas, yeah, it was one of the ones that called her out and said she like scammed somebody for $60,000.
Scammed him for $60,000.
Scammed him?
Yeah.
Damn. See, I don't know that much about it. I just saw it
I listened to the whole thing. That's actually funny because that's like one of the only things I watched this weekend. I watched the whole thing. It was on Clubhouse.
How did she scam him?
Well, first off, do you know what does she do? Is she a manager or what is her position? Do you know?
I don't know. I thought she was like a Peter Rosenberg but girl.
Maybe that is the case.
Just she's worked for different companies throughout.
Yeah, and she just supposedly has a lot of connections.
And now she's Joe's podcast under Joe Budden Network.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the only podcast he has. It's her.
And I guess she represented Nipsey and did a lot of great things for Nipsey's career. At least that's what Joyner was saying. But he was saying like 6-7 years ago, right before his son was being born. And I guess he had some millionaire that was basically funding his career and everything. And he only had like 60,000-70,000 left to his name. And he decided to give it all to Karen Civil just to pump his career. And basically he was saying she didn't return any of my calls after I gave her the 60,000 and was basically just calling her out. And
so this is from 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
Real quick, Aaron Jones, 4-yard touchdown. So this was 6 years ago. Why is he bringing it up now?
I don't know why the discussion got brought up. But,
so I wish I would look more into it, but I did see it today. I know everyone's talking about it.
But I did watch him call her out,
And they said Cameron said something about her, too, a long time ago. Yeah. That she was a shitty person. They were like, everyone said I was hating on women when I did that. Look now.
I guess she promised a bunch of things that he didn't get. Like, he wanted radio interviews and, just certain connections that he couldn't have got. And instead, it gave him like little shows and stuff that he was already getting before giving her the 60,000.
So she was like a manager role with connections.
But she didn't provide anything that she was promising. Wow. And he was like, "Yeah, my son was just about to be born. This was the last money this guy was putting up for my career. He already put in like 500,000." He's like, "Yeah, I mean, after the 60K, this is it." Damn. And yeah. But he still made it happen. Yeah. So shout out to Joyner Lucas.
Yeah, shout out to Joyner Lucas.
And keeping it G, too.
And again, we should hear both sides, too. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear.
But I trust Joyner Lucas's judgment. I mean, I don't know him as a man, but just based on what he's presented.
I'm saying, is there something in that business where it's a risk? It's not 100% that the 60,000 gets you all the way up. Like, is this part of the game?
But if you promise something and you don't deliver, I mean, if you promise certain things,
right. I'm curious. Again, I'm curious.
If like that, I mean, that's why she got the 60,000. She promised, I can get you into these rooms and provide these relationships for you. I can get you the Breakfast Club interview. Right. Blah blah blah. And
I wonder from her side, like she feels maybe she did do something for Joyner that he's not talking about, but it wasn't as much as Joyner expected. Yeah. Type things.
But I mean, he called her out to her.
There was a bunch of people that talked about. Meek Mill brought it up. Cameron, someone else.
Calling her out,
talking about the situation. I need to I just watched it from Ebro, just talking about it briefly, and all I got caught was 60,000. Jordan Lucas got scammed out of 60,000. Yeah, and they went to Clubhouse and they were going on back and forth to Clubhouse or something. Yeah, but
Joyner was yelling on there.
Yeah, was he?
Yeah.
Was it at her?
At her.
She was on there.
Yeah.
Was she saying anything back?
She was like, I was talking to your manager instead of you, blah, blah, blah. And it seemed like all excuses. She was blaming the manager. And it was seeming like all excuses. And I believe him. I believe that she just took that 60K and pocketed that shit. But, we don't know. We don't know them. But from my opinion, from what I've watched, it seemed pretty sketchy. And I do trust Joyner Lucas from as much as you can from an outside perspective. So. Right. But he still made it happen, so shout out to that.
Yeah, shout out to Joyner.
Yeah.
Hopefully he drops a new album
I guess
soon.
she did represent Nipsey, and like that's what he wanted her to do. Like he wanted the same representation as she gave Nipsey.
Okay.
And but obviously it didn't happen.
So she was one of Nipsey's big people behind the scenes, I
yeah,
guess?
I guess so. Yeah, that's what he said on there. He's like, I saw how you put your arm over Nipsey, and I wanted the same thing. That's why I gave you my last 60,000, even though my son was about to be born, and blah 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 blah. But yeah.
Well, shout out to Joyner. I'll look more into it in the next couple of days and see what they're talking about. But
yeah,
I was just surprised how much of it really like busted up. But she must be bigger than we're both aware of, like in the music industry.
Obviously.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, clearly.
Because it was like on all the things I check, like Karen Civil. I'm like, oh jeez, okay.
Yeah, I typically don't pay attention to drama, but when I saw Joyner Lucas gets robbed of $60K by Karen Civil, that name sounded familiar.
Yeah.
So
she's literally the main podcast on Joe Budden Network.
Yeah, I plan on just skipping through it, but I ended up watching the whole thing. But yeah, it was interesting. Don't rob people.
Yeah,
it's not nice.
Don't do that. It's not ideal.
Yeah.
But all right, let's where are we time wise?
50.
50. Okay, so we can get some songs of the week, and if we got anything else,
all right, cool.
We'll get out on it.
You want to start us off?
Yeah, I'll start off. So I got first song of the week. I switched it up a little bit.
Oh wait, did you want to do bets for NFL for week 3?
Yeah, we can do that. That's a good pick. I got mixed up with bets of the week with UFC, but yeah. Do you want to tell them about how you butchered the 2 girls last week?
How I did what?
How you butchered the 2 girls last week?
I did. I got 2 of the girl fights off, but I did get Anthony Smith and Kudalaba.
You did get that. That was correct.
But yeah, I did miss the.
What was the thing that I thought? Well, no, we both threw Bengals in there, and then with the Rams money line, so that would have lost anyway. See, the thing that sucks about doing this Monday, by Friday, I have different opinions. With the sports, especially. Well, especially with all of them fights, because the fights stay about the same, but football changes for sure, because. Maybe not for sure, but like little small things change that I'm more interested in. Maybe the closer, like so this week, for example, we went Bengals money line on the podcast. We did Bengals money line, Rams money line. By the time I got to place a bet, I went Rams money line, Chargers money line in the parlay. So it's kind of switched. But let me pull up these odds. Do you have the odds up?
Yeah, I do.
I'm getting to them. You tell me if anything.
I'm trying to see if anything's interesting. Bears at Browns. Browns minus 7.5. Ravens minus 9 at Lions.
Okay, here we go. So the Thursday night game is Panthers minus 7.5 at Texans, but Texans aren't gonna have a quarterback. Tyrod Taylor went down already after they were showing some life. Arizona Cardinals minus 7.5 against the Jags. Watch the Jags keep that.
Whoa.
Keep that close.
This is Seahawks minus 1.5 at Vikings.
Yeah.
Why is it that close?
Vikings are 0-2, but they should have beat the Cardinals yesterday. They lost 34-33, but they missed the field goal to win it. So, like, Cardinals should have been 1-1, and Vikings should have won that. And then Vikings lost that game in overtime to the Bengals. So, Vikings easily could be 2-0, but lost close games. Lost by 3, lost by 1.
Buccaneers at Rams. Rams minus 2.
Rams are minus 2?
Uh-huh.
Damn.
That's a fun game.
That's how they're playing. Chargers at Chiefs. Chiefs minus 6.5. That's going to be a fun game. I think I like Chargers plus the 6.5.
Eagles at Cowboys. Cowboys minus 4.
That's a Monday night game, yeah. Bengals at Steelers. Steelers minus 4.5. I think I like Steelers right there. Steelers should beat the hell out of the Bengals. Burrow just kept getting hit to the Bears. If the Bears kept beating up Burrow, the Steelers. I'm jumping on the Steelers 4.5. Steelers are winning that game, actually. At least minus 215. They might win by 3. Broncos minus 11 over the Jets. No, mine says Bucks minus 1. Over the Rams.
On CBS, it shows
okay, they probably been updated.
Yeah.
This is the Red Rock odds right now. Bucks minus 1. Seahawks minus 1.5 is right. Cowboys minus 4 over the Eagles. All right, I got my parlay. I'm going with, and again, I guarantee it's gonna change, but I'm gonna go Steelers money line minus 215. I'm gonna do Chargers plus the 6.5, but I'm gonna buy a half point, make it 7. So I'm going to go Steelers money line minus 215, Chargers plus 7, and I think I'm going to go Patriots money line minus 155. Boom! Let's go!
So real quick, what is it?
Patriots money line minus 155.
Yeah.
Saints at Patriots. I just don't trust the Saints anymore after losing to the Panthers. Patriots minus 155. They could win by like 2 or 3 though. That's why I'm doing the money line. Patriots minus 155. I'm gonna buy a half point in the Chargers, bring it up to +7, just in case they lose by 7.
Mm-hmm.
+7, and then I'm gonna go Steelers minus 215. 3-team parlay.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Cardinals -7 at Jaguars, and I'm also gonna go with Raiders money lines against the Dolphins. So I'm gonna do a little 2-teamer.
Little 2-timer.
Yeah.
All right.
I like that bet.
All right, that's it. Well, last time we did bet of the week. You mixed them. Do you want to do a bet of the week?
That's my bet of the week.
That's your bet of the week.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine then.
I don't trust the UFC ones.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna keep them separate this week.
Yeah.
Because even though last week, I did that big $100 14 where I did all like minus 150s and above. Mm-hmm. I don't feel good enough to throw Ortega plus 145 in one of those big parlays.
Yeah.
That'd be just too much.
Mm-hmm. A lot of hope in there.
A lot of hope. No, I feel comfortable, but
then why wouldn't you throw it in there?
Not that comfortable.
So
not 14 parlay comfortable, but maybe straight up. You'll cry.
You are so close.
Jared Goff is like Jared Goff's 7 for 7 right now in the Packers. Packers might just blow. FYI.
All right, let's do our songs of the week.
All right, songs of the week. All right, my first song is gonna be. I'm gonna bring out not old school, but Marion Hill. She had that one song back in the day, going down, whatever that song was. Mm-hmm. But she has a new song called "It Never Ends." It was a great song for my son, my 4-month-old son, to kind of chill in the car. So Marion Hill, "It Never Ends."
All right, my first song of the week is "Survival" by Locksmith. I actually texted it to you. I don't know if you listened.
I think that's not new though. I think that came out like 3 weeks ago.
Did it? Well, it was on my release radar, so I thought it was new. I'm
pretty sure it came out like a couple weeks ago.
Did you listen to it?
Yeah, I listened to it when it came out.
Oh, okay.
I wish I had the game on, but if you
I thought release radar was all this week.
Sometimes it does stuff that you might just not have looked at, but if you click on the song and it's at the bottom, it'll say the day. My second one, it wasn't a song, but it was incredible. Papoose did a freestyle on I-95. Alex butchering audio.
You did it like 4 times.
Alex butchering audio. I just had to talk shit. Papoose did a freestyle on I-95. An incredible freestyle. Dropped gems, rapped, showed fucking manhood. That shit was incredible. But yeah, it's just to check it out. Papoose freestyle. I-95 freestyles. It's very good.
Yeah, he killed that shit. And my second song of the week is "Respect" by Tommy Boy Fame, Jim Jones, and Jules Santana. Okay. So shout out to Jim Jones.
And check out Vinny Paz, "Godly Men," Recognize Ali. I thought he was going to say it, so I'll just throw it out there too.
Yeah.
Vinny Paz called "Godly Men," Recognize Ali, Vinny Paz, and somebody else. Maybe like Ill Bill's on there, yeah. So.
Cool. Right. There we go.
We're at 398 subscribers. I have a feeling if we could try to get Dax Tom out tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to get one video out. I think by the time this pod comes up, we're going to have 400 subscribers. We should. So hopefully our UFC 266 videos get some. But we're at 398. We're close to 400. Keeping it moving. We're at what? KandiShow episode 32. We didn't have much today, but we've still made it work. So
so thank you for listening.
Tell them all the stuff.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. If you want to watch the video version of the pod, it's on YouTube at KandiShow, KandiShow. That's it, bro.
KandiShow and everything. Let's get it.
Bam.